Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are running on the new audio interface here, so hopefully that will fix any mic problems. In Crusader Kings only, I've been having some weird sound dropping issues. I had that in the previous episode of PAX Scandinavia. That was episode 94, and I called it out there. But I'll continue doing the same here. I'm keeping an eye on the situation. I've put in a bunch of changes. I updated the firmware on the interface. I updated my BIOS. I did quite a number of things. Managed to brick my bootloader thanks to a Windows update. It was a very exciting day. There's no doubt about that. But I think things are improved, and we're gonna keep going here. If the audio starts cutting out a lot, I'll restart this episode and you'll never see this part, because I will hear it if that audio cuts out. That's the good news about this situation. So fingers crossed that that doesn't happen. But for the time being, we're going to proceed here, and it should be great, in theory. So what do we want to do here? I mean, I definitely want to go after Roman Greece. We're truce to them right now. There is that. I wouldn't mind coming after this guy over here. We're not truce to him right now. We could do a de jure duchy. I mean, a lot of these duchies are mediocre at best, although this one isn't bad. That's 5 counties. That's not awful. We're on wealth focus right now, and we're going to want to eventually switch over to forced vassalage. I think that our timing for that will be after we get Hergeld War Profiteer detailed ledgers, and then we switch. I think that's going to be the plan there. I'm going to skip at any cost, although it is good. I think we're going to switch before that. Are we truced with this guy? Yes, we are. Okay, so for the time being, I think all we need to do is Holy War for this duchy here. That'll be a fantastic war. So we'll declare that. And we are going to drop our men-at-arms here. We probably only need men-at-arms for this war, is my theory. And that's probably just because I'm hyper aware of potential issues right now with everything that went on. I'm feeling like things are a little laggier than normal visually, like in terms of the frame rate. I don't necessarily know that for a fact. I know that Crusader Kings, just by default, when you get to be this size, it has some performance issues. There's no doubt about that. So that's another thing that I'm keeping my eye on, but that shouldn't be any different. The only thing I did that could change that would be updating graphics drivers. So I don't expect that that is actually a problem. Hello, pause menu. Well, that's enough technical talk for now. Let's just dive into this war, and we're going to get this done soon enough. This guy's demanding an artifact. Hello, pause menu. Get out of here. I guess we're going to chase these guys. I mean, I don't love chasing them here, but this is a fine place to go. We need to siege here anyway, so this seems fine. There's 50% war score. We're going to head up to their capital. 68% war score. Cool. And we'll just go ahead and hit here. Fantastic. So this hostage was captured, his son and heir, and that is, of course, that war over. Fantastic. We're going to grant out these titles, and those titles will head out over this way, just to random people. It doesn't really matter who they go to for the time being, as long as they're nobles of the correct religion and culture. We're 5 direct vassals above our limit, which is deeply unsurprising, and we are going to create this duchy title here. Grant that to this blind man, apparently. Okay, sure. He can have $1. There we go. Now, the next question is, can we make this kingdom? This is de jure a very small kingdom. Okay. But we need this to be able to make it. I guess that's fine. For now, I'm just going to grant this county over here. That'll be fine. They can fight amongst themselves later on for how that actually gets organized. So that'll be just fine. Not a problem there. Illyria here, I would like to go after. Seize all de jure lands here would be pretty decent. 3 counties. We've got a number of de jure counties here that we could go after. You know what? Let's do it. I think that's fine. I'm going to drop our men-at-arms right here. I also want to check something real quick here. I want to check the frame rate limit. Yeah, that's still set to 60 FPS. Of course, this system is theoretically capable of doing quite a lot more than 60 FPS. I just wanted to double check that it didn't reset that for whatever reason. I ended up having to do a system restore and manually rebuild my master boot record. The Windows update really almost bricked the computer. It was very close. I was very close to almost just reinstalling. And for that to happen, I would have had to like go in and salvage the save games first. But yeah, it was very, very close. I know that this is probably not very relevant to a lot of my viewers here. So I guess we'll just go back to talking about Crusader Kings. That'll work just fine. No problem there. We're going to have this war done very soon. We're at 10%, and that is excellent. The way that this is going here is a little odd. It might be a bit of an incompatibility with the new graphics driver. I don't know. Maybe it would work better on the new version of the game. That's a possibility. Because that's definitely not how that border is supposed to look. I can tell you that right now. I may end up reverting this graphics driver. We'll see. Yeah, there's definitely some weird issues going on there. But for now, this seems to be okay. I mean, it's playable, so that is fine. No problem whatsoever there. We're going to grab these locations, and do we want to siege up over this way, or do we want to go after these guys? The answer is I want to go after these guys. We can definitely stack wipe this. Definitely stack wipe it. So we're going to come on in down over here. Stack wipe these guys for 50% war score, and then we're going to head for the capital of Illyria. That'll be just fine. So we'll head on in here. This will be a quick and easy stack wipe. There we go. I'm also wondering if this maybe has something to do with the game pace. Interesting. This is definitely better on a lower game pace. Yeah, definitely. I don't know why it would be tied to that. Interesting. At any rate, that's troubleshooting that I can do later on. So for now, we're going to grab this siege here, and we're at 92%. We're going to go take the capital. That will definitely end this war. No question about that. And there we go. We'll take all that de jure territory. And that is... Oh, okay, there we go. That is absolutely glorious to have all that de jure territory. So I think next up, we're probably going to think about coming back into Africa. I'd like to take over some of these locations over here. We could like Holy War for this county. This one is just a single county as well. Where are crossings over here? Up here. Okay. Are we truce to Borgu? Let's find out. I think we might be truce to Borgu here. Yes, we are. I was adjusting the mic level there. Exciting stuff. This is a decent claim, actually. Yeah, we can go ahead and press this claim. It's very expensive in prestige, but that's okay. We can grab that. And then as far as this guy goes, we could just do a holy war for this county. Call that good. 4 wars. If we really wanted to, we could go up this way as well. Holy war for like this duchy here. That would get us 2 counties. And that's split up there. We'd really want to go for just this county. And then go for this one as well. Actually, we can only subjugate him. He is Mazdayan. He might be willing to accept vassalage pretty soon here. We can work on swaying him. Okay. So there's all that underway. That'll be absolutely fine. We're going to raise our men-at-arms here, and they're going to walk in over this way. Grab that as quick as they can. We're in a lot of wars. No doubt about that. We're going to wrap those up as quick as we can. Sure, show in the king. I accept your generous gifts. Speaking of the king, and the fact that he gave us a generous gift, should we not come over here and spend some money? It feels like we should. I'm pretty sure that we should do that. So we are going to do exactly that. And we're going to grab a hunting reserve. What else? Over here, we can grab ourselves a mustering hall. In Katis, we can grab ourselves a military camp. In Guardman, we can grab some more guardmen. That'll be perfect. Okay, that's pretty much all of the money that we have at the moment, so that'll be fine. We'll head down over here. These guys are walking away, which I don't love to see. I wish that they weren't. but it's okay. If we need to bring in more troops, we always can to get all these wars done simultaneously. But we shouldn't really need them. So we're going to head over here, grab this. We do have a dangerous faction here. This is an independence faction. It's mostly, I mean, he's 13%. We can probably deal with this. No? Ah, I see. We're working on being able to deal with that. But we're not in that position just yet. Maybe this guy. Well, actually, we can't. All we have are the 2 children. And they're both betrothed right now. So for the time being, we're going to have to allow this to be. We can maybe, like, bribe one of these guys, like this guy here. We could send him a gift for 37 opinion, see if he would be willing to leave that faction. He might be willing to. I was hoping that this would get us enough war score. Sadly, it didn't. We're going to head up over here, grab a Rowan. That'll be fine. He did leave the faction, but he was replaced. Okay. So this guy's the core issue here. We could do something about him by breaking a betrothal. It is an option, not a good option, but an option. Yes, of course he'll be there. In fact, I feel like we probably have to do it, but we're going to hold off as long as possible. Okay, so there's that siege done. That puts us at 84%. We're going to grab here. And yeah, we know that they're going to finish sieges. I'm not too concerned about it, really. We can grab Hergeld right now, and we definitely will do so. Now, my next question is, are any of our concubines currently pregnant? I believe that answer is a definite no. Okay. So we'll enforce these demands. There we go. And we will head over this way. We'll need to, of course, grant these titles out, and we will definitely do so. Okay. So this is currently at a threshold of 70%. Do we want to fight these guys? I mean, we're currently 22. I wouldn't mind fighting them, but not when we just declared all these wars, I feel like. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to break this betrothal, and we are going to set up this betrothal instead. That'll bounce this faction. I do expect that that faction returns. We'll see. I do expect that they come back, though. Okay, so we'll get all of this done, and we're going to head up over here. Okay. So we're going to stack wipe these guys. This should end this particular war. There we go. No problem there. So we will enforce those demands, and we're going to head on over this way. I almost said and disband troops. That would be a little early. We're not ready for that at this time. So we're going to put in a count there. That'll be okay. And of course, we're over our vassal limit, but we'll deal with that after the war. So this independence faction is not quite strong enough. It may become strong enough. It may become strong enough. We're going to head down over this way. This war is now over. Enforce those demands. And, of course, hand out this title. Perfect. And this war is now over as well. There we go. And enforce those demands. And then we'll head down over... Where was our next target? Down over here? Yeah, down this way. 2 months. Okay. We'll get there in time to stop that siege. That's not bad. Grant that over to a noble. Cool. The good news is I haven't noticed any sound drops. That is excellent news. Hopefully that continues to be the case. Ah, there's that faction. This is actually a good thing. We want to fight these guys. The question is when. Well, I was hoping that these guys would maintain their siege. But we're going to catch them here, and that's perfect. So we stack wipe this. Took a little longer than I was expecting to stack wipe them, but we'll grab this up here. We're 41% war score, and these sieges should go very quickly. 6 months on this here. Sure, we'll enter the royal court. And who needs to speak anything but Armenian? It's true. It's very true. Armenian is best language, says the guy who doesn't speak a word of Armenian. So we're going to come down here, siege their capital. This should end the splat war here. Perfect. These guys, their flag looks like a splat. I like it. Okay, so we'll end that. And then we're going to come down over this way. We need to stack wipe this force and then just siege our way over here. That is going to be the plan. 4 months on this independence faction, and we should be able to get this all done before then, in theory. Assuming we catch them here, and we do. Good. So they get stack wiped. We're going to take back this territory, and then we're going to take the target territory. That puts us at 34. And this is going to swing by quite a bit here. Now, the rest of them are all off over here, which I don't love. When is this going to fire? In 1 month? Okay. Let's wrap this up here. We may want to white piece this. They can send their ultimatum at any time. I was hoping that this would have gotten us enough war score. We could hope that they hold out for 6 months for ticking war score. I highly doubt that they do. We would arrive here in 4 months. Any way we slice it, we need to hand out some titles. So we're going to grant titles over here. Not titles. We need to grant vassals over here. Okay. How many do we need to grant out? 4 more? Sounds good. So we'll grant this one and 3. Or is that 2? That's 2. And 3. And finally 4. There we go. Now, one thing we could do is try to lower discontentment here. I do want to fight these guys. That's definitely a thing that we want to do. But is this the time? Yes. I think the answer is yes. We'll see how long they take. I don't expect it to be long. Well, they haven't sent it yet. There it is. Okay, so we'll not be threatened. And they're going to charge off. Now, where are they located? Funnily enough, this guy is part of that faction, I think. Actually. Fascinating. We are very close to the faction. So the plan is thus. We're going to turn around. We're going to come up over here. We're going to ignore this. We're going to get ticking war score over here. We're going to get ticking up here as well. Sure, show in the king. Good effort. So we're going to come around over this way. We're going to need to eventually raise additional troops. But for now, I'm not concerned about it. For now, this is okay. So if we just go up here and siege, that will make it physically impossible for them to actually win this war. All we need is this county. This ticking war score is now done. And we will grant this on over to a noble of the Armenian culture. Perfect. Okay. So at this point, we have partial occupation here. I'd like to get full occupation. There we go. That's full occupation there. We're going to head down over this way. For the time being, I'm not too concerned about this force, but I am going to raise up a couple of extra troops over here, just to be on the safe side. We see them running around up here. This is fine, though. We're not too concerned about this. So how many troops are we going to want to raise here? Not that many, really. Like 12,000, I think? I think 12k would do the trick. So these guys are then going to... I'm just taking a look at what is actually part of the rebellion. This will be fine. These guys will bring supplies up. Take this gold. Make sure you're heard. Okay. So this siege is complete. We're currently at 29% from occupation, and defender controls war target. So that is fantastic. And we're just going to siege our way through this. Yes, they are going to siege things as well. That is understood. Are they threatening our capital? No. No, they are not. So this is completely fine. They are now physically incapable of winning this war. We're going to grab detailed ledgers here. We're also going to need war profiteer. Both of those will be important, and I probably should have gone for war profiteer first, now that I think about it. We're going to head down over here. And we're just continuing to siege. We're at 51% from occupation already. That's kind of insane, by the way. Okay, we're going to head over here next. And I just want to grab this to make sure that we have multiple locations here. We gain 60 gold. Sounds good. And 10 days left. There we go. So, at this point, we need to start, like, sieging territory back or winning battles. Those are the two primary options. I think we're going to head over here. I mean, we're only at 77%. We can siege a little bit more, so we'll siege more on our way over this way. Yeah, they're winning sieges. That's to be expected. We're going to need to find out where they are winning those sieges. And we're at 84. Okay, sounds good. We have a sun. That's handy. We can use that sun to maybe get rid of this faction here. And what do we got going on here? Oh, peasant rabble. I don't care about that. Okay, that's irrelevant to us. Cool. So, at this time, we're going to come over here. We're at 95. Okay. That sounds great. So we're going to occupy here. And apparently these guys are going to attack us. That's not going to go well for them. There we go. So now we're at 44%. We can see that these guys are up over here. Where are they occupying, though? Over here? I mean, just generally, there's not a lot of occupation going on here, in my opinion. But it looks like this is their primary occupation location. Where is Tunka? Let's lock this open and hop over here. Where are you at? Ah, they're also up over here. That makes more sense. Okay. So I think that what we're going to do here is we're going to eliminate these guys. Grab ourselves a little bit more occupation here. It's not going to be much, but we're going to get started on the siege while these guys are fighting. And then we're going to fight. There we go. We are the living legend already, so that's good to know. We're going to grab this. I wouldn't mind coming down over here. Yes, we're capped right now. And I'm thinking about disbanding these guys and re-raising them elsewhere. It'll probably take a similar amount of time, is what I'm thinking. Now, they're at 83. The other thing that we could do is try to go around by sea. How long would it take us to get here? 15 months via embarkation. That's a lot of attrition on the way over. What if we were to embark here? And make our way all... Oh, we can't traverse up this way. Eesh. We can't traverse that particular tile. Okay, so that's not going to allow that. So I think in that case, what we do is we disband these guys. There we go. I'm not sure why there were 3 armies there, but sure. We're going to then re-raise them out over here. We're going to raise our men-at-arms. It will take 18 months. It's going to take a similar amount of time, and this is far less attrition. So I think this is the better route. It's only 3 months longer. They can't win anyway. So we're going to raise a few troops over here. And this will be just fine. We're going to need... This is plenty. We're going to come up over here. And actually, I'm going to split off these knights. These knights are going to come up over here as well. I shouldn't have done it quite like this. Okay. We need to raise our men-at-arms here. Okay. We need to come off over this direction. That's an awkward way to go, but sure. So I'd like to give battle over here, and we're going to win this battle. Even though they have much higher quality, our troop count is just insurmountable. There we go. And now we're going to come up over here, and we're going to split into multiple sections. We're going to come here, and we're going to come, let's see, up here? Yes. That'll be just fine. We're going to split this again. And we're going to come slow siege up here and split these guys as well once they're done moving. And they are going to come slow siege up here. Okay. And our men-at-arms will arrive in like 14 months. Once we're here, we can do a lot more work here. So that'll be just fine. And these slow sieges are going to be slow. There's no doubt about that, but it's okay. I'm not too concerned about it. A peasant's lot is to serve their lord. Okay, so this is the peasant uprising. We knew that this was coming. This is not very threatening. We're going to raise up a couple of troops over here. If I could middle mouse scroll. Thank you. We're going to raise them up here. How many do we need? Like 10k tops? Okay. So we're going to go in over this way. Crush this revolt. What else do we got going on here? Is this actually threatening? Liberty faction? I expect that that will go away once we crush the peasants. So that should be fine. One peasant army crushed, and that's the other one gone. It's only a matter of time at this point. So we're going to siege these back, and they will take a while. They are now capped, so that's good. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to see about getting all of these uprisings dealt with. We're not surprised about them, of course. We kind of let them happen. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Spartan News, Rose Valentine, Nick Smarty, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. And also, I didn't hear a single audio issue. Please let me know if you heard an audio issue in this one. I'm going to pursue that frame rate issue a bit after this episode is over, but I think I got the audio issue sorted, so that is good. And as always, I will see you all next time.